Hey, welcome to a new episode of the Drift Project series, and in today's video, we'll show you the process of assembling a BMW E92 with a V8 engine.
There will be the first startup, the first tests, and some adventures, but we'll start with the exhaust system. Let's go.
The car is charging, as you can see.
Something's missing here, so let's go inside to see what Mateusz and Kamal have done since yesterday.
Hey, Mateusz is making the exhaust together with Kamal.
Oh.
We managed to do something.
Yeah, we're slowly building things up here.
Please give us a quick tour or say something about the construction.
So here we have something like this. The collectors were already prepared. Camille welded the V-bands. We continued working on the V-bands, and we added flexible connectors. I designed the exhaust to maximize space on both sides, allowing the gearbox to be removed without collision, as Kamal recommended. There is an X-pipe.
It's nice because it's the right height.
Yes, we tried to make sure.
I don't know if you can see it well.
When loading onto the tow truck or with farm equipment, just so.
And at the moment,
With the exhaust.
or if we slam the car like this.
Hard.
So that it drives.
That's why we tried to make it as high as possible here, because here we also have the X-pipe, which is also welded to it.
Okay, let's go to the other side.
V-bands on both sides, so if needed, you can always take out one element if necessary, right?
And you don't have to take off the whole exhaust. You can just remove the left or right side.
Yeah, left, right, front, back, take off whenever you want.
And now the second pipe will go the same way, I understand.
Almost exactly the same. And basically, all that's left is just to finish up and get things done.
Listen, as far as I'm concerned, it could stay like this, but honestly, we won't pass any technical inspection.
It can stay like this for me too.
Damn, it looks cool. I really like it. It's great that it's so wide and sits low, close to the body, just as intended.
Yeah, it was designed that way so you'd hit the frame rails instead of the exhaust.
Yeah, I see you're welding something there.
Yeah, I've used a welder before.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No, but seriously, do you actually work as a welder professionally?
Yeah.
What do you weld?
Yeah, usually.
Well, pipelines.
Drift cars?
Drift cars also show up sometimes.
If someone wanted to find you, where would they look?
You can find me on Facebook as MS Customs. You just need to send me a direct message and we can always work out a date.
That's exactly how it was in this case. Mateusz wrote to me on Instagram, then he deleted his Instagram, but I found him through Facebook, and as you can see, it works.
It works.
We're going to finish the job now, and the result, which is actually partly thanks to your work, we'll only see after the dyno test. Cool. All right. We're figuring things out. See you later.
Today we're going ahead with changing the body, and actually I can already see that the body change has probably already happened.
Look, there's a bumper.
Exhaust. Another bumper. Bang.
There's the body.
I came to work after work to see how the guys are doing, because today they're basically transplanting the body from one car to another. We'll see.
Good morning.
We'll see your reaction, please.
Good morning.
Good morning, and these are the mounts.
Click 1.
Oh, damn.
A bit better now?
Whoa.
A bit better now?
You've redeemed yourself.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Click, please, once.
Thank you. What is this?
A little sandwich.
Damn.
We'll be able to eat a little sandwich. I see that the transplant of the shed was successful.
For now, it's just a transplant.
Some are corpses. I don't know how to call it.
Some are remains and others are remains.
Some are remains, but the others are already like,
But look how clean it is.
Exactly, that's what I meant. It looks like a factory, sir.
Whoa, sir.
Basta! But there will be a lot of money from the scrap.
Man, this is about 15 kilos.
But damn, you put on a good wheel.
New from Panty.
It will be perfect for the DTS, basically. Yes, this is the body you saw with the 2.0 diesel, which had the 2.0 diesel because the 2.0 diesel from this body, as you can see, is gone. because it was sold.
With the whole setup, actually with the engine harness, with the pump, with the intercooler, with everything that was necessary for the engine to work.
And thanks to that, first of all, we made some space. And secondly, we got a budget to be able to move forward with the project, among other things.
Here I see there are a lot of parts. There are tons of parts that Mr. Kamil and Mr. Piotr will be installing in the car. A short plan in 2 sentences.
In 2 weeks, it's supposed to start and drive.
The condition is unchanged. It has a Wisefab front suspension from a 2.0 diesel, and the interior includes a seat with harnesses.
A seat with harnesses and a handbrake. Not a roll bar, but a harness, as it's nicely called.
Hardness bar.
Harness bar. And I have to unscrew it anyway, because the seat will get in the way now. The harness bar will also get in the way, because I need to attach the bulkhead, since it's ready, and there are a few things to do there.
All right.
That's good.
See you in 2 weeks. We'll see how it turned out.
See you later. Time for a sandwich.
A seat for the president.
Man, but how perfectly it fit.
Oh.
Man, dude, that's awesome.
Are you screwing it in?
I'll screw you in too.
Into the plastic, okay.
The work on arming the car is ongoing.
Right now, I got a mission from Camille. Here are the parts to be painted, the front panel with mounts for the radiators, and here is a mount for the fuel system, which is in the trunk.
And this is actually cool, because it's plug and play. Here are the mounts. Later I'll show you how everything is installed, some paint jobs here. All of this needs to be done in one color.
Here are some small ones too. Small things, so that's my job. Camille is scraping the engine bay. Actually, he's more excited about it.
Piotr taps the wall.
A wall of the type P&P. Place it and cut.
Universal parts also don't fit every car.
BMW is eager to drive.
Burning up, later it'll be something else. For now, we need to make space for the right cylinder head from the 1UZ.
This buddy needs more space. Basically, there will be a slight change here. We're swapping from 4 cylinders to 8.
Yes, and from 2 liters to 4.
Perfect. That's the way to live.
Painted.
Little elements.
Here everything is already black too. It looks...
A lot.
Better.
So I guess it's time to sleep because it's late.
We're moving on with another day of assembling the BMW. Here outside, the painted parts are already waiting, which will be installed in the BMW.
But that's still a bit far off, because there's other work going on. As you can see in the picture, things are happening. In 2 days, we're leaving.
The plan is to run it tomorrow.
I'll just show you the picture. Here's the engine. Here's the clutch.
Here's the BMW.
Here's Kamil.
We still don't have the engine harness. It's about 300 kilometers away.
Which is being made.
Yes, likely the last stage, but it's in progress.
Yes, and at this point, big thanks to Greshik Konopaki, who is supporting us in the process and remotely making the wiring harness for this engine that's here.
Yes, Grzeku is making the engine harness, and the harness in the car is being made by Piotrek with Grzeku's help.
Yes.
And a bit me.
Yes, so greetings to Piotrek and Kamil as well. So we're building the car from scratch.
In a very short time?
In a very short time, so it's a huge challenge. And what we still have to do, and what has already been done, Kamil will briefly tell you, because we don't have much time to talk and record, so here's a quick update for you.
Beginning with the engine, it was a mock-up used as the basis for everything. Currently, it's disassembled, it's been cleaned inside, the bearings have been replaced because it had to be done, checked. Now it's at the assembly stage, so the bearings have already been replaced, the oil pump has been cleaned, the water pump has been assembled, and I'm putting together the rest of the parts. Over there we can see the gaskets.
Here's the full table with gaskets.
Yes, everything needed is laid out, so I just need to put it together. We can uncover it.
Ta-da!
Yes.
How's the engine condition?
I'm not removing the heads. When I checked, one cylinder, and actually two, could perform better, but that's not necessarily a sign of engine damage, since it sat unused for a long time. If it lands in the chamber today and turns with the starter, I'll remeasure and things should return to normal. If not, we have 2 rebuild heads.
An important aspect, because I don't know if it was mentioned. This engine, in the configuration for DTS, because in 2 days we actually have a trip to DTS, is naturally aspirated.
3 days. Don't shorten it.
All right, in 3 days.
We'll probably start giving the times soon.
So, when this engine comes back, it will be without a turbo. The plan for the turbo is still on, but it will be at a different time, so that's what we have here.
This engine won't be heavily loaded, especially in wet conditions.
As much power as it will generate naturally aspirated, it will still be too much for the DTS because it originally had 240 horsepower, or 250, something like that. I'm guessing it'll probably end up at around 270, 280 in the end. That will still be too much, and if by some miracle it's not enough, we'll just add some laughing gas.
I think there won't be any need, because the V8 will already bring so much joy that laughing gas won't be necessary. Still,
There will be a turbo here someday, and since there will eventually be a turbo attached to this engine,
We're installing a set, clutch, flywheel, and the full clutch kit.
On a ready power ride twin disc. Camille, remind me, is it for 800 or 1,000 Newton meters?
For 1,000, yeah.
this is for 1,000 Newton meters, which is more than necessary. But we're planning for the future, so it's already handled. Many solutions in this car are intentionally over-engineered.
You could say this car will be over-prepared for DTS.
I think not everything we're doing will actually be an advantage for DTS because we're doing a bit too much, but it will definitely be a plus when it comes to future modifications, building the car for turbo and for a more powerful drift car. But for DTS, it will definitely work too. We'll just have to fight with the weight a bit later. I'm really curious how
competitive this car will be, since an E92 at DTS is rare. What's next?
Under the hood, you can see the mounted expansion tank, clutch tank, fuel lines that are already routed under the whole car. They're just hanging by the lamp. Generally speaking, a lot of parts have been cut out, little things like that, so they had to be removed, and the holes that needed to be welded had to be welded up. Overall, the engine bay was quickly refreshed. So there's some color in there just to make it look somewhat decent and at least a bit presentable. There are also mounts for the cables and power steering, which will remain hydraulic and come from this engine. And we need to somehow connect to the E92 steering rack. That's basically it. Of course, I summed it up in 2 minutes, but there's actually quite a bit of work to be done.
a bit more. Here we still have the 3.0 diesel gearbox and the water radiator from Front Mount Intercooler Pro, which will also be here.
Yes, this is one of the radiators because this is the water radiator, of course. There are also the power steering radiator and the oil radiator lying in front of the workshop.
Inside, there's a black tray that is worth several dozen grand. In the end, if you add it all up, it's several dozen. Definitely a few thousand.
Yes, we have EQ Master devices.
Dashboard.
Yes, so ECU Master Black, exhaust gas temperature Toucan, USB Toucan, logger, and here is one of the 2 PMUs. Generally speaking, there are more ECU Master devices here than in the Subaru, but I'll explain why. For example, in the Subaru, there isn't a device like the exhaust gas temperature Toucan. One device is still missing because it's in the back. Here it is. The wires lead to it, since there's also a device for the lambda sensors back there. Why are there more here than in the Subaru? The Subaru has 6 cylinders. This one will have 8. That's why we need additional devices, so that at least 2 lambda sensors can work properly here, and the same goes for the exhaust gas temperature sensors because there will be 4 here, not 2 like in the Subaru, so that's why there are so many devices. There's a cutoff switch mounted in the grill area where grills used to be. You can see the wires routed to it, but they aren't connected yet. Here we have the EcuMaster keypad, here we have the connector ready. I'll bring it in a moment and show you how it will look under the advanced display unit, and at the back we have another power management unit. It might seem a bit strange that there are 2 PMUs in this type of car, but the wiring harness is made with the idea that sooner or later the radiator will end up in the back. It will just need a slight adjustment to the harness, not building it from scratch. Here the battery will generally be lying down.
Yes, hear the harness inside. As Camille said earlier, Piotrek, who is my spotter, is also working remotely with Grzechu.
Oh, and here we have a cool thing, the EcuMaster screen. But for that, we have a 3D printed visor that fits perfectly in the place where the gauge cluster is.
That's right. So instead of the stock cluster...
Nice. And by the way, huge shout out to the guys from Lublin who 3D printed this mount for the screen for us.
This is how the advanced display unit appears on the printed mount. Looks great.
It fits nicely, so thanks again to the guys from Sidebase Solutions. And if you ever need to build something, they'll definitely help you out. They're helping us with building this car and also with other pro drift cars, so it's a pretty interesting topic.
When something takes too much time to mount, you can just 3D print it.
There's also, let's say, a bit of a mess in the trunk for now. So what? Well, the fuel system is done, meaning the fuel filter, pre-pump, swirl pot, and the pump that will push the fuel inside. The fuel cooler, fan, return lines, and supply lines. The tank is intentionally off-center to answer your questions in advance.
And this isn't the final tank. Also, look.
There's also a body kit piece included.
There's a slight mess. We decided to quickly reduce the weight, because ultimately this car will have its rear end cut out, and that's going to happen pretty soon.
But for now, we want to drive this car first, and then we'll keep working on it actually between one round and another, and between the third and fourth as well.
I think this car is going to change a lot, so there will be a really cool transformation process. And at the same time, which honestly excites me a lot, we'll have a great opportunity to learn this car, get to know it, and just do a good job on the track. So we won't take up any more of Kamal's time.
Thanks, Camille, for the insight on what happened.
Yeah, I'm doing something there.
You're welcome.
It's shining.
No, we're not putting it on yet.
We're not putting it on yet.
But today it will be put on.
Tomorrow is Thursday. Piotrek is coming to support Camille. On Friday, Grzechu is coming. At 3, we have the dyno. And on Saturday at 7 in the morning, there's a briefing in Torun. I don't know if you saw this, Camille, that the briefing in Torun is at 7 in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what? I'm not thinking about that for now. I'm thinking about what I'm doing here, and I'm trying to do it as quickly as possible, but unfortunately, some things just can't be rushed, and you just have to do them. That's how it is.
There's a lot to do, so we're wrapping up. See you in the next update.
I'm currently on my way to Giżycko. It's a 2.5-hour drive.
Good timing. I managed to speed up the trip a bit, and I'm here because I'm on my way to Grzegorz Konopaki to pick up the engine harness, which is almost finished.
Well, it's Thursday. Tomorrow we've got the dyno. Saturday is training and Sunday is the competition. So basically there's very little time.
We're stopping by Grzegorz to grab the package, then heading to the workshop.
It should be nearby.
There's the junkyard. There's some kind of junkyard, so it's kind of my vibe. I think we're close.
Mercedes SEK.
Generally, the SEK 500 is one of those cars I'd like to drive someday. I'm not talking about owning it, because
I've decided I don't want to own any more cars, but I'd gladly take it for a drive. There's an orange Sierra.
Oh, look at that.
You. Just like mine.
Here are even more cleanings.
Alright, I managed to pick up the bundle. It's already gotten dark, but it is what it is. The long-awaited bundle is here. Look, there's a ton of cables. It's 4:50 post-meridium. I'm heading to Gdansk, so I'll probably get there at
sometime, and I'm taking the bundle to Camille.
So he can load the engine on Thursday evening.
Tomorrow at this time.
We'll already be done with the dyno because we have the dyno at 3 o'clock. So I won't hide it, but I'm really curious about what's going to happen. Not that I doubt Camille, but I think there's really a lot of things to do.
Let's hope we can do it, since there's not much time left. Oh, the pumps are running. I'm turning.
It's still below zero. It's still going.
Now it's running on everything.
Come on!
Listen up, Friday situation update.
It's 10:13 post-meridium.
Here you go. The engine is...
One engine.
One Kamil.
Who is working on the hood mount? Piotr is struggling with the wires.
I'm struggling, fixing what's loose, and doing whatever Kamil tells me.
But generally it's...
Oh, that's how it is. The infrared kicked in. And it was even turned on, right?
Yes. It works.
The car works.
However,
we need to sort things out.
It's important so we can go tune the car. So the car starts, there's a gearbox, there's a drive shaft, there's a cool sound when you start the ride. So that's awesome.
So, in short, we made a list, and according to the list, it looks like we have 2 days of work, but we'll get it done faster than 2 days.
Yes.
Kamil confirmed.
Piotr, what's wrong?
For sure.
Yeah, right.
Time will tell.
Did it work?
All right, yeah.
I can just press the gas in this car.
Beautiful sunset. Saturday, 3 post-meridium, I'm going scavenging.
I'm going scavenging to take something from Tassiem's E90.
Wiper arms. Because we switched to the European version and it turned out that the previous ones, which were British, don't fit. We're slowly running out of time.
We had the dyno rescheduled for 3 o'clock today in Starogard Gdański, but a problem with the power steering came up and Kamil is currently working on it with Piotrek.
So today's training is completely lost for us. But the plan is to fix the power steering, pack up, and maybe do some light tuning somewhere on a side road.
And then we're heading to Torun, and tomorrow we'll fine-tune it a bit more on the track in Torun.
There are 2 50-minute training sessions.
So we'll ride a bit, but...
The most important thing is that the car is started.
And sounds amazing, to be honest.
I can't wait to actually drive it because...
Just revving it up on the lift already gave me a lot of fun.
That's nothing compared to when I can actually drive it. I just can't wait.
The real reward is simply driving this car with this engine and sound.
Man, seriously, it turned out so well. I didn't expect it to sound this awesome.
We've still got a few missions ahead of us, but we're moving forward.
We're not giving up. We're pushing through. Tomorrow we have to be in Torun at 7 for a briefing. That's basically our deadline, because it's a mandatory briefing.
Otherwise, it's game over.
And we'll handle the rest. We're heading to Saber.
We're packing up for Torun.
We did it, damn, but...
The car is even tuned up.
Kamil.
Thank you very much.
Jesus, it moves so beautifully.
and look.
These two tubes at the back.
But the most beautiful thing happens here.
Wait.
Jesus, how beautiful that sounds.
That's the only reason I could put a V8 in, just for that sound. No, but when it drives, it's also amazing. I had a chance to do a few donuts and...
I really like the throttle response.
All right, I'm going to help Camille.
That's right.
Not very strong.
Barely, barely.
Ta-ta-da-da.
Listen, we're in Torin. We've arrived. We've even already had the checkup and everything went fine.
One of our biggest concerns, which was the exhaust noise, is okay. It was measured and passed, so that's awesome.
We don't need to change anything and the sound stays the same, which is great. However, as you've probably seen...
Oh, Jesus, that's awful.
I dislike that, but it has to be this way. Otherwise, there wouldn't be a follow-up exam, so it's a quick fix.
But there's also one interesting thing, because we haven't changed anything in the suspension settings since we took out the 2.0 diesel and put in the V8.
And... I'm not sure if you can see, but the car has gone up.
Which means, in short, that we have less weight at the front. We haven't weighed the car yet, so we don't even know how much it weighs. But we know one thing. In 15 minutes, I'm going onto the track and, simply put, pure fun. Time for some real fun, and everything else comes later. Time for the first runs with the V8. It's going well. Very well. Damn, I'm getting up like a champ. I don't even know if it's not too much, but the gears fit.
So it's cool because there's a different diff. No, the diff is the same. It's a different gearbox.
And it's a different engine. It revs higher than a diesel. There was a worry that the gearing would suck, but it's okay.
Right now I'm riding here with Grzech, the tuner, who's remotely handling the car as you can see, and we've made a bit less power now to see how it will accelerate, just to test.
Yeah, I think there was a bit more control, damn.
Because there was less power, it was calmer, not so aggressive. So I think it was smoother.
Oh, that's the word I wanted to use.
Smoother.
And?
Dude,
Firecracker.
The oil temperature stays at 89 degrees. Wait, let's check what it was at the peak. I'm curious.
Oil temp 108? No.
Was it reset after yesterday?
So wait, I'll hold it down for a long time. Actually, I don't think we have a reset. We need to ask Grzeku to do a reset for us. This button here is free.
Yesterday, while it was being driven, it wasn't reset, so nothing was cleared.
Let's refuel and check the gas level.
I'm really curious about that.
All right, let's see how much gas there is.
How much do you think there is?
Basically, there is...
Half?
Slightly over half. It was once full.
Well, that's awesome.
I've just finished my first training session, and we're making major changes to the car.
Camille is adjusting the tire pressure.
And that's about it.
Also, we added fuel.
Yeah, I added some fluid since it was a bit low.
So the growing pains are...
And we have to deal with them.
No, but seriously, I just finished my first training session. It was literally about 50 minutes of driving. We didn't change anything, like technically in the car.
There's no time for that. And we won't change anything for this second training session either.
Because I want to drive as much as possible, not mess around with the settings, so we're going with a setup that's, you could say, totally random.
It's fine, since I got to ride with some more top-level drivers.
I think it's okay. The most important thing is the car delivers. In the meantime, we were messing around a bit here with Grzesiek the tuner regarding the map.
We made a bit less power, so now I have 2 buttons.
Normal power and less power.
And now during this practice, I'll be deciding which one to use.
I prefer this setup for riding, especially with less power.
How's it going, YouTuber?
They're recording as they walk. I've got it on my chin and you've got snot hanging just sucked in.
We really matched up well.
So how is it? What are your impressions? Because listen, it's the first time I went up to Pavel and asked this question since Camille finally got to work. He was just sitting around doing nothing all the time.
I hear Tassiem.
Today he started working.
I usually stay quiet, but Tassiem doubted it would work.
Not for a moment did I doubt that you would make it.
Not even for a moment. From the start, man, there was no chance.
I was the motivator, you know?
No.
So, how do you ride?
No. Generally, I was quietly hoping that we'd manage to ride a bit, so you could tell me.
We were almost there.
We were at the starting line, right?
We were late.
I'm very satisfied.
That's the most important thing. The car works.
The car works. Well, we have a few breakdowns we need to change.
So by accident, it worked out for Camille.
Yes, well, we have a breakdown. We need to change the tire pressure and add fuel.
I hope that lazy mechanic can fix this, since it might be too hard for him. I'm speaking quietly now because I might get hit with a crowbar.
What's going on?
Possible drive or half-shaft issue, but I'm unsure.
I put it in first gear, let go.
All right.
Not good.
Here's the situation. We only have 1 axle shaft since that's all the store had. Here it is.
There are extra bolts here if needed. Mind your head. I got it.
All right, get in.
All right.
You can smoke.
All right, I'm lighting up.
Wait, I'll check the wheel.
Whoa!
That was a quick pit stop. Camel is incredible.
At 11:10.
No, the training started at 11.
It took us about 15 minutes to change the axle shaft.
right after the second training group, with some adventures along the way.
We had a half shaft failure, but Camille literally fixed it in like 30 seconds, and Camille showed me some videos. I think I did my best swap ever today.
Basically, I think that's it.
And I think that's it.
Driving a red E46 like that really excites me.
I'll say this. For the first time in a 92 with a UZ, it's pretty average.
Wow, that was freaking intense.
Woo!
A ride on a tow truck.
We're ending the day.
In the competition, I scored 18 points, but honestly, it doesn't matter much.
Most importantly, I got to ride a lot. At the end, I even did a training session with Kickster where I could really go all out.
There's huge potential, right? And honestly, we still have a lot of things ahead of us to do. In this car, so for the first outing...
It's great, I'm excited.
The only failure was a drive shaft failure.
And the rest was really just pouring gas. Damn. Well, Camille, you're a beast.
Camille.
Congratulations, I'll just say congratulations.
Thank you.
No.
Ride.
Awesome.
I feel like I just started drifting. I literally have that feeling like I'm drifting for the first time, you know?
So things like that after driving for so long are very rare, so...
V8, a V8 at the heart.
My hands are already getting mixed up from this fatigue, but...
Nice.
I'm finishing up the material. If you're as excited as I am about returning to V8, be sure to let me know in the comments.
In the next video, we'll go to the dyno and find out how much power the engine from the pallet produced.
Since it's a real beast, if you have a guess about the E92's horsepower, let me know in the comments.
See you in the next videos.
Hey,